Okay, let's dive right into this explainer. If you're tackling A2 level German, you've probably hit a pretty frustrating roadblock. Expressing time and duration. Sounds simple, right? But trying to tell someone how long you've been doing a hobby can totally tie your brain in knots. Today, we are breaking down the source material on temporal continuity so we can master the word seit together. Here's our quick roadmap for today. 1. The core meaning. 2. The grammar formula. 3. Talking about sports. 4. A quick contrast of seit versus for. And 5. The knowledge test.
Section 1. The core meaning, the seit concept.
Now, what's really fascinating here is how this tackles a huge problem for us English speakers. Think about it. When an action started in the past, like say you started learning German 2 years ago, and you're still doing it today, our English brains desperately want to use a past tense, or something like have been learning. But in German, we literally have to pivot our entire way of thinking. German handles this temporal continuity so much more efficiently. Seit is basically this bridge, right? It connects a past starting point directly to your present reality. It instantly tells the listener, hey, this thing kicked off a while ago, and yep, I am absolutely still doing it right now.
Section 2. The grammar formula. Building the pattern.
Okay, so when we look at the actual mechanics, it breaks down into a really strict 3-step formula. Step 1. You drop seit into your sentence to establish that bridge. Step 2. You add your specific time expression, but, and this is key, you have to lock it into the dative case. We'll look closer at that in just a sec. And step 3? Well, this is honestly where most people mess up. You absolutely must keep your main verb in the presence, the present tense. You don't need a past tense here because the word seit is already doing all the heavy lifting to show that the action has a history.
The absolute, non-negotiable anchor here is this. After seit, nouns must be in the dative case. No exceptions to trip you up. The second the word seit leaves your mouth, your brain needs to immediately shift gears. Whether you're talking about days, months, or years, it's got to be formatted into dative. This is the bedrock of the whole formula.
Section 3. Talking about sports. A2 model sentences. This example brilliantly illustrates exactly what we've been talking about. Take a look at this sentence. Ich spiele seit einem Jahr Fußball. You can clearly see our 3-part pattern right there in action. First, we've got our trigger word, seit. Second, the time expression. Because the word for year, das Jahr, is neuter, the dative case transforms it beautifully into einem Jahr. And finally, check out the verb spiele. It's just sitting right there, perfectly happy in the present tense. I play. Not I have played or I was playing, just ich spiele. The formula maps absolutely perfectly to a real-world scenario.
Section 4. Quick contrast, seit versus for.
To really nail this, think of seit plus the present tense as an intact, sturdy bridge. It signals a living, breathing action that connects the past right up to this very second. But if you use for combined with the dative case in a past tense verb, that's like a broken bridge. For just means ago. So when you use it, you're talking about an action that happened before now, and it is completely disconnected from the present. It's definitely not necessarily continuing. Seit spans the gap, while for leaves the action stranded firmly in the past.
Let's actually see this play out. Seit 3 Jahren spiele ich Basketball. Because of seit and the present tense verb spiele, this literally means you started playing 3 years ago, and guess what? You are still a basketball player today. Now contrast that with the other side. Vor 3 Jahren habe ich mit Basketball angefangen. Notice for, the dative plural, 3 Jahren, and the past tense structure, habe angefangen. That strictly describes the event of starting. It happened 3 years ago, and it's totally over. It doesn't inherently promise you're still playing today. Grasping that subtle difference? That is the real hallmark of a confident German speaker.
Section 5. The knowledge test. Prove it.
Okay, take a brief moment. Think back to our mechanical breakdown from earlier. Let's not overcomplicate it. What is the exact 3-part pattern you need to use when an action started in the past and is still true now? Get it locked in your mind.
If you said seit, plus your time expression in the dative, plus your verb firmly in the presence or present tense, you absolutely nailed it. Keeping this simple, super powerful formula in your back pocket will instantly make your spoken German sound so much more natural, fluid, and far more accurate. You're going to stop second-guessing your verb tenses and just start speaking with real conviction.
So I'm going to leave you with this final thought. Grammar rules aren't just about passing tests, right? Unlocking a formula like this actually opens up your ability to share your personal history, your passions, and your entire timeline with the world around you. So think about your own life. What have you been doing for months or even years? Build those sentences. You now have the exact tools you need. Thanks for exploring this explainer with me, and keep practicing.